part 2 of today's YouTube. I actually forgot to say something quite important which happened to us when we were going to Calais. We obviously drove through today and we're staying overnight away from the port and away from the Channel Tunnel due to the immigrants that are around. You hear some really awful horror stories. We're a member of some Facebook groups that yeah, you've heard of people trying to get in their motorhomes, etc, etc. Anyway, on our booze cruises that we do quite often, we often see quite a lot of them. They're very, very dark, African-looking men, and they sit on the roundabouts. We're presuming that they're actually there waiting for lorries and stuff to stop. But on my Aggie's Instagram actually today, if you are following that, you'll be able to see that we pulled into the wine superstore, which is where we pick up our cheap booze before we went home. We decided to get it today rather than rushing tomorrow before we get on the Channel Tunnel. And it was really weird because as we pulled into the car, we'd seen hundreds of these men all hanging about. And I mean, there's a lot of police presence as well, don't get me wrong. But you kind of think there aren't enough police for the amount of men that are hanging around. And I think for me, personally, that's the intimidation, because they're not women and children. These are young men, intimidating young men. Anyway, as we pulled into the car park today, one guy, he had a green hat on actually and a green hood, and he stood right by a bush on the pavement where we'd parked, and I think he thought I couldn't see him, and of course I could, and you know, my hackles are up straight away, just like he doesn't want, and I could see him checking out the motorhome, and obviously he's not an Adria fan, is he? He's obviously not looking and thinking, oh, I'm gonna go and have a look at one of those, I might be purchasing one. He's obviously looking for a ticket, or he's obviously looking for a ride to the UK, because that's what they want to do. They've come from a war-torn country, and my heart bleeds for them, don't get me wrong, but do I want them in my motorhome? No, I fucking don't. You know, these guys are savage because they're desperate for their lives, so it is a little bit intimidating. And I actually videoed him walking to the side of our van. Howie and I were just putting our shoes on, ready to go into the shop, and in fact when we went into the shop they asked us to move our motorhome so they could watch it on their CCTV, and like I said, these guys are everywhere. And at one point when he went round the van, Howie's like, well, where's he gone? I said, I don't know, he might have gone underneath. And Howie and I were just saying, well, he'd had a bit of a shock, wouldn't he? We only drove 3 miles down the road. He'd be getting out from underneath going, yeah, I think I'm in England. No, mate, you're still in fucking Calais. We're here for the night. So yeah, but it's just one of those things. We've not experienced that before. We've seen them, but the jungle in Calais was taken down by the French authorities because they just got too many. It was basically a mini city of these immigrants that are all there totally illegally, and there were shops and businesses running within that community. And I know a lot of people helped them out. As we drove out of Calais, I mean as we drove away from the wine shop, I like to go to, there's a few children's shops there that I like to buy Willow some clothes from, but absolutely no way on my Nelly was I going to stop again. We did one stop, and it put both Howard and I a bit on edge. You're a bit like, oh my God, you know. So no, that was my other bit of news that I forgot to mention then actually, and I thought to myself, you know, pre-menstrual mood I'm in, God help anyone that tries to get in my fucking van tonight, I tell you. I'll be like that. So yes, and also a quick one, because Claire has put on her Instagram today that she's got her outpatient's appointment. That is the best news ever, girl, you know. And it won't be long then, Claire, before you get your surgery appointment, and that everything's crossed for you for there. You know who I'm talking about, and I'm super, super happy for you. I know you've waited a long time for this, so fingers crossed that outpatient's appointment is a good sign, and then you can get your day, and so be it. You can be on the loser's bench along with me and Dawn and all the rest of us. Anyway, darlings, I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.